never said you wouldn't talk about it.
But talked about it for 2 hours.
You're in the right place.
Welcome to the Study Break podcast,
where conversations go beyond the ordinary.
What a man can do, a woman can do as well.
Nimeangalia hapa nje sijaona mimi hapa kwa mjengo.
We've decided to shift a little in terms of what we want to talk about. So it's something else that really catches the attention of most young people is how to make money. So this second episode, we will be talking about the side hustle culture, especially within the young community, which is campus-going students. So we do have our guests with us. We have the beautiful Yvette Ogoti with me. Yes, she is a student at University of Nairobi. Can you remind me what you're doing?
Product and web design.
Okay, product and web design. Yeah, so she'll be one of our guests, and let Stacey introduce the next guest.
So on my right is Lewis Kamau. So Lewis is one of our very outstanding residents. He stays at the current property. By outstanding, I mean he's a community representative. So he basically represents the current campus. He studied IT and he's currently studying computer science. So he's very passionate about software engineering, tech, coding, those kind of things. And he also runs not only one, but 2 businesses. So we're gonna hear from him how he juggles, studying tech and also running a business and his take on it. Yeah. So welcome very much, guys, to the Study Break podcast. Feel free, feel at home. And yeah.
Question, first time on a podcast?
No, not my first time. No, my first time.
It's your what time?
Third. I'm a very social person, yeah.
Sasales. We got you for the right episode, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice. So we're going to start with a small activity.
Mm-hmm.
So I will mention a hustle, and you will let us know, real quick, I'll mention a hustle and let us know if it's you'll say if it's a hustle or if it's just a hype. So, according to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with drop shipping.
I feel like it's a hype.
Hype. Achia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You?
Okay.
For the boys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good question. Mm-hmm. I'd say hustle.
Hustle or hype?
Hustle.
Hustle.
For sure.
Okay. Airbnb hosting.
That's a hustle.
Yeah.
Hustle for sure.
Definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think it has been, what makes it a hustle actually?
Well, for the aspect of it's not in a continuous thing.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who book it at specific days, specific times as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not something that's day to day also.
Okay.
You mostly find it on specific days like weekends or like getaways, like let's say when they're having rallies, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely I'd say it's a-
Staycation in.
Exactly.
I see.
So I definitely think it would be a hustle, a side hustle to be exact.
For me, I feel like it's a hustle because someone picked and they saw a gap and picked it up. Sometimes, because not everyone wants to stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
So okay, I know an apartment, or a friend of mine has an apartment somewhere, or maybe my neighbor, their house is an Airbnb. I feel like it's a really good hustle.
Okay.
Especially in the Nairobi scene. It's taken
works,
over
yeah?
big time. Yeah.
Okay.
For you?
Yeah, we're making good progress. So next, forex trading.
Can I say not in?
Forex.
That's my take.
No, hustle or hype?
I think I'd say hype.
Hype.
Hype for you too?
Yeah, it's a hype.
It's me.
Looks like you're thinking about it.
Because I've never really understood, because the guys who make money out of it and they flaunt,
Do you
their
know someone
wins.
who has made money out of forex? Do you know someone personally?
Personally, I know of someone who's actually making money out of forex. Like he's a mutual, but I don't know.
Do you have to?
You're in between? For
I'm
real?
in between.
Okay.
I'm in between.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair. Thrifting, naingia pale Gikomba madhe
Hey,
unashika
that's a
bill,
hustle, man.
Side
alafu
hustle.
una flip.
Hiyo ni hustle.
Hiyo ni hustle.
Gumboots kwa matope bana.
Lakini lazima uko mjanja.
Interior bana. No,
Imagine lazima mvua unaingia tu huko Gikomba na
Have you ever been to Gikomba?
no.
uh,
But I've been to Toy.
Toy doesn't count.
Acha hapo. Hujai kuwa huko, hujai kuwa huko.
Jai.
Na nishaikuwa think twice.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Girl.
You're a baddie. We understand.
Fanya hivi, hii mwaka isiishe.
Just a baddie.
Hii mwezi
Utanipeleka Gikomba?
kesho.
Sawa.
Kwa free.
Say less.
Pega gumboots. Ndakupea
Na
gumboots.
ujue
Hiyo place ni bad.
Eja tu gumboots.
piga budget yangu ya 2,000 hapo. Yenye una on you.
Ya macho.
Ya kuchukua majinika ni nini? But anyway,
Okay.
let's move on. This one is a bit controversial. But I want your honest take, yeah? OnlyFans. Hustle or hype?
A parent's gonna see this.
No, it's what you think. It's what you think. It's honestly what you think.
I'd say hi.
Huh?
I'd say hi. Because it depends. You might not get
Me, I'll say it's a hustle.
Man, that thing is a hustle.
That is a hustle.
That thing is a... Wewe imagine
Watu
uko on
wanatengeneza pesa
OnlyFans.
Lewis. Eh?
Ile pesa watu wanatengeneza.
Acha tu.
But see, it depends on also views. That's my take though. Because now imagine you start OnlyFans and then you don't get.
No, actually, no. Because that's a hot topic, yeah? Hustle or hype?
Manze hiyo ni hustle. Imagine umejituma unaenda kwa kamera.
Hustle. Tuachie hapo. I think I'll go with campus baking business. You're baking some cakes.
So
Of course, in campus, people bake a lot of things.
That's
but
a hustle. That's a hustle. Yeah, because I remember for me in uni, we used to have flea markets. So guys used to come, they showcase the different businesses, like selling clothes, jewelry, stuff like that. And also guys who maybe make juices and also bake. Hey man, that's a hustle.
yeah, for sure.
That is no hype. Baking. Hey man, so you need
It's a hustle. And you have to get the tins, you have to get ingredients, you have to
yeah,
get
the flour, like the whole
artistic-
process that comes.
the artistic nature even within to get the right decors for everything, the design, definitely gonna be a hustle.
Yeah.
okay, another thing that is very lucrative in the eyes of a lot of people, but at the same time, it's not as easy as it looks like, and that would be TikTok and being an influencer. Is it a hustle or a hype?
Hustle.
That thing is a hustle.
Why?
I've come to realize the effort that's put into creating content. Hey man, like what you see is not actually like this guy is actually do see how many takes.
Yeah,
And then even if like you're on the 5th take, you still have to have the energy. Like you always have to be. That thing is a hustle.
So
The consistency that comes with it, because of course you're not gonna make money with being an influencer. The time you just put your first, second, or third video, so it grows with time. So that's definitely a hustle.
I think my take on that will be it's a hustle, but for influencing, you have to nail one key factor, and that is consistency.
Yeah.
You have to be extremely consistent.
Yeah.
But some of these guys started kitambo. We didn't even know them.
True.
Yeah, tambo sana.
And
It's
they've been
seeing the vision, sticking to it. Yeah.
And even you've
Watch
talked
it.
about consistency. I'm sorry for like cutting you short.
No pressure.
But also, I work with Red Bull, like an opinion leader, and I'm around so many people who are also in content creation.
Yeah.
And it gives you a certain understanding of how you have to be consistent with everything. You don't have to have a massive following to have consistency with everything, because brands just look for that consistency in everything you do. And do
Exactly.
you have the heart for it? Because I have a friend who's in the content creation industry, and let me tell you, he's invested so much on his phones, lighting, buying those TikTok tripods,
yeah.
all to get like brands to notice him, and also brands to actually notice him. So I guess it's so much as a hustle, you know, to also put so much effort in it, even without the assurance that you'll actually get these brand deals. So I'd say definitely it's a hustle for sure.
Yeah. for sure.
For sure. What about you?
Yeah, it's definitely a hustle. Even the creativity, because social media is like a big platform. You can just get in and then start doing something that someone else is doing. You have to have that whole creativity for yourself and all. Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to influencing, there are two sides to it. It's either you actually enjoy being an influencer or you're trying to be an influencer.
Yeah.
There are people who try too hard, but I don't think it really matters because, as I said, consistency. You could be
everything.
posting it. You know this guy mwenye anakonga tu tao aongei anakuja tu anasimama kando yako anainua kamera anaenda for the next person.
In short, a gimmick.
Exactly.
It's unique.
Yeah. You have to get a niche.
You have to really get a niche.
Yeah.
Interesting. Of course, there are so many hustles we could talk about, but I'd like us to move on to another question that I have for you guys. So this one is going to dive into more of creativity and things we've done before. So hypothetically, you have 5,000 Kenya shillings, yeah, in about probably 30, 45 to a minute, feel free. But this 5K, how can you flip it in a month if you have 5K right now and you need to flip it in a month? 30 days, 5 Gs? Assuming everything else is constant, kuna chakula, kuna nini, mteseki, kuna 5,000, you need to flip this 5 Gs.
Is it? Would you like to go first or should I? You should also say ladies first. Or you need some time.
And there was once a business that I did in. Okay, it was just an impromptu business. I went to Think Twice. Yeah, they have very good offers when the deals are going down. At that time, the shoes were going for around 250 or 200. I got like 6 pairs of boots and sold them for 800 each.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think I will do that. Like thrift from thrift stores and then thrift again with higher prices.
Like okay, so but you think twice, even if the prices are low, when the prices are low, they want to clear the stock, right?
Yeah, but when you have a good eye, you'll get something good. Yeah.
Just so I can have a better understanding, would you thrift female clothes or male clothes?
Both, but I mostly go for male clothes because you guys don't know how to bargain. I'll
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you this 1,000. Then you try to bargain, I'll tell you, okay, sawa, ni pay 900.
Okay, well, we know how to bargain. Just depends who's selling to us.
Who's selling? Yeah, that's a
selling?
big
Okay,
factor
who's
there.
selling? So
a big
clearly,
factor.
sidhani hata mimi ninge bargain. So, lakini 1,000 for 1,000 for what?
A shirt.
A shirt.
I have the
Wow.
language. It looks nice.
But men's things are expensive.
Yeah.
So.
Hey.
Hey, those things are expensive.
Stop, bro.
Kwani wewe shati zako unanunanga how much?
Nah,
Ukienda Gikomba, hizo Gikomba.
Hata si Gikomba, Isli, kuna chuo mzuko.
tukiingia Gikomba.
See, they have thrifted. Does it have a thrifted section?
Nah,
like-
Isli is
like
not thrift now, but Isli is more of like new clothes.
New clothes,
New
yeah.
clothes. But kani Gikomba, katisho si ni chwani.
Tisha kulala ma.
The fact that that's why ni Gikomba. Sasa ni chwani ni t-shirt ya kulala.
Shots fired.
Disrespect watu wa Gikomba bedhe.
Comment section, good.
Comment section is out. It's joking. Yeah, so on to you, 5K. How do you flip it? 30 days.
It's strictly 30 days.
Strictly 30 days.
Maybe believe in investing my money. So maybe I did invest it in shares. Because I wouldn't say I'm the best person to like the way you said, like you're gonna go to Think Twice.
Yeah, thrift stuff.
Yeah, thrift stuff. And then now I come in, I'm going, Ati, hi, could you come and buy my, can you support my business? Small business owner. No, I wouldn't. But I'd definitely invest the cash because I'd be like, okay, I don't need it now, but maybe in a month's time, I might need the cash. So most probably it's gonna get a few interests, not too much, but yeah, that's the route I'd take.
Okay. What about you, Lewis?
Okay, for me, I'd like to maybe expound on that question also. Maybe for my take though, that is, I've realized you notice in big companies like Airbnb, the online platform where you book B&Bs, none of them own a single apartment.
Yeah.
So I'd use the same mentality as well. If I have 5K right now, I'd go look for a PS rental. How much a PS rental is roughly? 700 a day, give or take.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just going to rent it, and then I upscale how much. I go to a place I set up. I just tell them, hi, I'm giving out PSs to rent. You guys can rent it for the whole night. Just give it back to me by 8 a.m. So I just charge, I've used 700 to rent it out. I now upscale it, I do 1,000. So you see, I flip the money without even actually having to buy a console or having any single asset to my name. So then definitely I would say I'd upscale using just rental.
Yeah.
Repeat the process. Once I get profit, get another PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4, get multiple going out at single times, helping even the people who are actually having the actual assets, but I'm just using it to my advantage. So definitely that's how I'd upscale it.
Okay. Interesting. But will the PS thing work in 30 days?
Yeah. How many? You're a guy. Let me tell you the truth. I hope you're a football fanatic.
Definitely.
You see,
Yeah.
guys are always going to be football fanatics regardless.
Yeah.
If you get to a group setting, regardless, there's always going to be people who want to play PS. See, they're done with class, just want to relax. The people who are having parties also who have to rent out for entertainment.
Yeah.
The people who just want to chill and have even tournaments as well. And I'm so sure I can guarantee you in a month, you won't miss either a single tournament, a single party, a single event, people just chilling and relaxing.
Just leisure time,
Definitely. And that's why being social also plays a very particular role in how you interact within a business. Because your business will highly rely on how social you are, your networks within your groups as well. So definitely I'd just do that to upscale. If I have 5,000, definitely I'd upscale it that way.
Okay. Brilliant, actually. I'd like to go back to what you said about investing your money. And I'd just like, if you don't mind, you could kindly just give us we can own a part of Qejani, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could own a part of Qejani.
You could own actually a part of Qejani from as low as 1,000. You can own a few. You can own a unit. Okay, not a unit, but
tell us more about this actually. Yeah.
So in Qejani, we have an investment platform called VUCA, where you can invest from as low as 1,000, and it's always gonna generate a few coins here and there. So you get dividends, and yeah, it's actually the best way you can put a few of your coins, a few of your savings, or kidogo money that your parents give you, and invest your cash there and say, I proudly own a unit at Qejani.
Yeah.
So don't be left out. Make sure you do that.
Yeah.
You have to be a resident.
No, you don't have to be a resident. You don't have to be a resident.
And one of the things that investments really rely on is time. And one of the biggest advantages that young people have is time.
Yeah.
So in terms of investing, this is the right time to invest in VUCA and invest in Qejani because we are growing. And what better way could you get, honestly?
Yeah. I have a question for our two guests.
Okay.
So since you guys are still in uni, if someone was to offer you, let's say, a full-time job, let's say 150K, 200K, or maybe 30K, and maybe so when you're making the 30K, you have time to build your business. What route would you take?
It's so full-time I'm working.
And you're getting, let's say 200.
Then I have some free time to do my side.
No, so there are two scenarios here. The first scenario, maybe you paid 100 to 200K, but this is a full-time job.
9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Okay.
Or 8 to 5. The second scenario, you're given 30 Gs, but you have the freedom of checking, going to run your business here and there. You also have the leeway of also growing your business. So what route would you be comfortable starting with?
Well, for me, definitely, I don't think a 9 to 5 is in my purview anytime soon. So definitely I'll take the 30,000. That's me for sure. I don't know why people would think the 100 is such a lucrative deal, but there's something that also comes with a 95. There's emails, there's your boss being on your neck. There's also the the way you interact with your coworkers as well.
Yeah.
You have different types of people as well, because you have different people within the world.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel also the idea of working for the man, I don't know if that's in a general way, working under someone would be so constraining to me. So I feel definitely being my own boss would be such a plus for me, because I work within my own time. I work within my own schedule. I know how I want my business to flow, how I want things to be done as well. So definitely I think I would take the 30,000 for sure.
Allow me to differ, honestly. Me nimekuwa jobless before mazee bro. Na si jokes. By the way,
We'll introduce you in Nairobi.
si jokes baby. Joblessness. Especially right now. Vile vitu zinakaa. I'd rather have my sure bet 9 to 5 doing a year. Then focus on and not only am I talking about the money, I'm talking about the experience. Before you even build your brand to a place where you can now bring in serious money, you need to learn a few things. And for me, I'd say, Maze, you guarantee that I have money Wednesday. 26th, I have money tomorrow. You see? I'm sure. I'm sure cash on 27th, kuna do for account. You see? Now that's my take. That's my take. Yeah.
Sure.
Also, to add on to your point, I don't dispute what you say, because there's some truth to it, especially when you have an entrepreneurial mind.
Exactly.
You don't like being constrained into like structure.
Yeah.
They like, one thing I've come to realize about entrepreneurs, they like to explore. They don't work too well in like a structured type of environment.
The structure is important though.
But yeah, it's very important. However, the good thing that comes with having a full-time job, you build networks. Okay, but even this 30K job, bado unajenga networks.
Well,
but that, my take would be, that's why 99% of people are in corporate, and only that 1% are people in businesses.
Yeah.
So I definitely, I'll agree on that. Not many people would go for that.
Yeah.
But you can imagine there's that 1 in a million chance that you can actually make it. Look at all big corporations that we have today. How did they start? Some people didn't start with going through the corporate ladder.
So true.
People just ventured out on their own, and they decided, you know what, I'm not going to be among the 99% of people doing what everyone is doing. Because let me tell you, that an entrepreneurial mind is someone who's constrained to a monotonous thing.
Yeah.
You don't think on the same day to day, every day, waking up. Nah. You want to think outside the box. You want to find a problem and find the solution to it. And that's how you expand more on being an entrepreneur. So it's not just fixed, just saying, I'm something that I want to be sure of.
yeah.
But also, if you say you are on the aspect of being sure, I'm also on the aspect of the what if. What if I make the next multi-million-dollar?
Yeah.
So the two sides to a coin here.
Exactly.
Okay. Yvette?
I'm definitely not a 9 to 5 person. All my friends know that. Hey, I'm never doing 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Okay. One point I'm thinking of, I'll do the 9 to 5 and then at night I do my own things. But once I wake up at 6 and then come back home at 6, I'm already dead. I don't have the energy for anything else. So I'm thinking I'll go for the 30 Gs and then also do my thing in between, because I'm an artist. Like, my mind doesn't like being told, come to work, do this and this, write these emails. Like, my mind is not like that. I don't want to be told what to do and what not to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll do the 31.
Let me ask you guys a question. It's like a game. So, when I read for you a hustle, you tell me if it's smart, risky, or just don't try this at all. Reselling free event tickets.
Hi, bo.
Risky and smart.
That's risky.
They're free.
Yeah.
Risky.
It's risky.
Yeah.
What makes you think so?
Because I'll give you two situations actually. One, there's the aspect of people conning you when you resell tickets.
Of course.
Everyone is
That's
assured
the-
that
yeah.
and everyone has the mentality of mchezo wa town in Nairobi bana.
Yeah.
Hey. So before you actually build up the credibility for you to actually be trusted, you're like, I know this guy is sure bet he won't con me. It's gonna take some time. And especially young teenage Kenyans, especially who love rages and parties and everything.
Yeah.
That's gonna take some time. So I'd say risky.
Okay. For you?
Risky and
And
smart.
smart.
Yeah.
Don't try that, man.
Don't try that at all.
You're already free.
And doing assignments for your friends, your classmates. Smart, risky, or
I'll say smart. But mazee, mi mwenyewe assignment zangu jo balaa. Kama nianze kufanya za mtu. It's a smart idea for whoever is willing to go that extra mile. Yeah.
Okay.
Smart, definitely smart.
You know, smart. You don't know how people here out will be.
But it's also risky.
Yeah, because you know if you fail now,
you need to trust that guy. Whoever's doing it has to be doing
So between doing for someone their assignments and a cat.
Hey, man, the cat.
cat see.
Cat is trying, man.
No. Maybe a sign. Start, I'll do it
And I'm
myself.
assuming the cat is probably online.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it depends. Kama ni one of the schools where turn on your camera, let me see your surrounding, then that's risky, I'll do it myself. But cat too online, bana, piga hiyo cat. Wewe fanya cat.
Okay, so one last one before we kickstart our topic. So, would you rather be rich but unknown, or famous for your hustle but not yet rich?
Ooh. Okay.
Can you kindly repeat the question?
Would you rather be rich or unknown, but famous for your hustle and not yet rich?
Famous for my hustle, but not yet rich.
I'd rather be rich and unknown.
Yeah. Undercover.
Yeah.
That's a very tricky question because, you know, if I'm getting the question right, you know, getting known and then but you're not yet rich, you know, that reaches a wide audience, depending on which your business is as well. So this it will depend on how your business is structured. If your business is something that requires an outreach of people, so definitely I'll pick B. But if something that I'm in closed doors, something that I'm working on, I definitely choose A. But for the context as well, I think I just take rich and yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. So to my guests, I'd want to ask you guys, also to Andrew, when you're since you guys are in campus, did you ever feel a point where the pressure to actually have a side hustle?
I feel it every day.
Wewe ni mwanabiashara for sure.
Because as a girl, I feel like life is so expensive. You know how
Yeah, it is expensive.
life is so expensive as a girl, and for parents will definitely provide, which is totally okay, but they won't provide for my luxury. Like, I want a lot of luxury and they're not going to do that for me, so I'll ask some of it from them, and then I'll definitely have to do a side hustle for myself.
Okay, cool. Lois?
I think in every guy, there's always that primal instinct to just want to make money. Kutengeneza tu do. It awakens, I don't know, and it's usually from 20s to 25. Sijuangi, mbona.
There's a pressure.
There's like a pressure to want to make money. That and also girlfriend anashinda kikuitisha do ya maintenance kidogo.
Really inafaa.
So there's that also, but I think mainly would be the primal instinct to just want. That I think what pressured me to just want to now start a side hustle.
Yeah.
Something that I don't have to shinda nikiuliza my dad to yo, I need upkeep, I need to get this, you know.
You're also thinking.
I'm also thinking at this time of my age, I should also think outside.
Yeah.
Think way above.
Okay.
And actually that leads me to ask, do you guys think that now campus is all about hustling and not really studying? Because I think people unapata first year pale amechangamka vibaya wanashinda udaro ama.
Yeah.
I think in your view, our guest's view. What do you think? Do you think now it's more of hustling and not study?
Okay, I would say maybe in that aspect as well. There's that aspect of first getting money. You know, when you start a business, it's fresh. Then you first get that, first 20, 10K. It's not usually a lot, but like 10K. You're like, I'm in kusoma ya nini. That's what people actually should really be afraid of, by the way. That aspect of you getting the first money and then you're like, what am I going to school? Why am I going to class at 8 a.m.? Naingia gate ananiambia sijui my ID. It's 7 a.m. Am I coming to do
Loud. Am I in the wrong school?
Exactly. So, and I think that's what most people feel, and that's why people mostly go around. Because I do believe you should have your education as well as your side hustle.
I totally agree.
It's that, a side hustle. Let it be as it is. Not your main hustle, not nothing. Let it be a side hustle.
Do you think it affects academics?
I'd say yes and no. To some aspect, if you're not structured well, it will affect your academics. But if you don't do everything alone also, people have this tendency to, I want to do everything. I'm the one doing finances, I'm the one doing the rent, I'm the one doing who's going to be at the sport always. That's one thing maybe people should know. So you should learn to diversify. Get a trusted group of friends. That's what I'm telling you. You don't have to do it on your own. Get a group of friends who have the same mentality and get to work. Because you guys have different schedules, you see. I have a schedule maybe in the morning, you have a schedule in the evening. Why don't we just switch? After my classes, you come, you do your classes.
In gear shift.
Or in gear shift. Then when I'm not in class, I'll just come and then we exchange the shift. So definitely it shouldn't actually affect your academics as long as you're structured very well.
Okay. For you, Beth? Do you think it affects academics?
Yeah, definitely does, because the money, people will focus more on the money because you're like, I'm going to class, this lecturer is going to give me an assignment, he's just going to lecture us the whole day, read for us the slides, and then I'll go to work and get some 5,000 by the time I'm going back home.
So you're wondering what's this?
Yeah, well, when we're waking up to go to class at 7 a.m.
But then could you guys first tell the audience what businesses you run? Yeah. So we can start with Yvette. Can tell us what business you run and also what inspired you to start the business.
Yeah.
For now, the one that is permanent, because I just jump onto things. When I need money, I'll look for somewhere to get money, and then I get that money at that time, and then I just leave it. But for now, what is permanent is I paint. I put together stacks of ice cream sticks and then paint them according to the person's inspiration. Mostly it's about nature. I do sunset themes or sea themes or sky themes, mostly painting and nature.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Lewis?
Well, for me, I run PS rentals, PS5s. We have a place where people come, after class, the chills area. So we have like a stall somewhere in Bogani. Okay, it's in Karen. So where people come, put up your PS, you just come play, relax, and enjoy. As well, I do have another business. It's called Tipsy Wagon, where we do cocktails and mocktails for events. So we have a group of friends as well, where we come together. We call us for an event. We come with everything. We sort you in terms of drinks. So if you are more of the mocktail side, we got you covered. If you have cocktails, we got you covered as well.
That's nice.
Very interesting.
Nice.
What inspired you to start those businesses?
Money.
You were just hungry for money.
Hungry for money. And I guess I wanted to think something, I wanted to challenge myself.
Yeah.
I guess being in school as well, it teaches you don't have to be stagnant into one area. You want to challenge yourself, not keeping saying what if or what if I did this. Nah. I'll always just tell myself, I always put 100 in everything I do. And then I'll always say, at least I tried, rather than saying the what if. So for me, big was, why should I not trespass into that? Why should I not do it?
So do you have someone managing the rental?
Okay, so yeah, we do. Actually, we work 2 people for the rentals. We have me, I exchange with him. So once there's an opening for the PS place, we do in terms of shifts.
Okay.
And as well, we have other friends as well who are close to us who help us as well.
Alright.
So I don't have to necessarily be there. Even right now, I know it's running and it's perfectly okay. So having trusted people also in your group as well is very helpful. I have friends also, even they'll come and then they'll play and then I'll say, "Ah, I have to go to this class at 2. And they'll be like, let me just look for you the shop.
Step in.
It's not as easy, it's not as hard. Just keeping records of how many games have been played and then making sure the message is reflected.
Yeah.
Not that big of a deal.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of interested in this business of yours because I know that the PlayStation business sometimes, actually most times, security is usually a big issue. Security, unasikia mazee msee alionyeshwa PS20 na screen zingine 15.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what measures have you taken to make sure that your equipment is safe?
Well, for one, I guess we got the opportunity to get like a soldier within the compound of where we are.
Okay.
So at least that's one good thing that we got out of there. I wouldn't say people have the advantage of that, but that's what we landed and we're grateful for that.
Yeah.
So the place where we've rented have security 24/7 throughout the day and throughout the night. So someone has to make sure as well that all our things are also kept safe. We're also planning to also add CCTV footage also within the building and within our shops to ensure everything is set, and also putting iron cages on the PS5s.
Oh yeah.
So you have to lock them, and then only one person has keys to all of them. So we had to at least ensure that the security of the PS5s and the TV sets as well.
Okay.
So that no one just comes into the night and then you're wondering what's not happening.
So to that first year, or that person in campus who is looking to start the same business, I don't know, what would you advise someone who's looking to start a PlayStation business?
Age will be a big factor in where you go to.
Age?
Age will be, yeah.
Really?
Okay, I'll explain more about it.
Yeah.
So you see, with business people or anyone who's had business or these places to let,
Yeah.
they'll be seeing a young guy and then they'll be like, huyu anakaa kukaa tu 1 month ashinde ku raise rent, huyu wacha nimweke 30 aweke juu. So that was the first challenge actually we had.
Yeah.
The guy was the one who owns the area. Would say, you guys are young, are you sure you'll be able to mtalipa rent kweli, mtaweza kunini? So that was a really big factor and a really discouraging factor as well, because you're wondering, I'm a business guy just like everyone else around me.
Yeah.
So I don't get why you'd want to upskill me. And that was the first issue actually we had. So while other people are paying rent 15, we are paying 17. So you'd wonder, yes, it's a small difference, a difference of 2,000, but you ask yourself, why is there a difference? If anything, you should see me as a young entrepreneur and be like, let me just reduce for you and support you, because you'll be long term. But yeah, I think that would be the one thing that was the main point. Maybe if anyone wants to start a business, should maybe look into. Another thing I would say is, don't start into getting assets immediately.
Yeah.
Don't get PS5s that you want. I have to get 100K. I have to get the set. You don't have to start that big. Like I said earlier, you can just get PS5 rentals. That's how we did it.
Yeah.
I had a friend who had PS5s, but they rarely play it. It's just at their house. So it's like, why is it staying at your house? Let's do this. I have a PS place. I've rented a place. Bring your PS, bring your TV. I'll put it there, and I'll give you a certain amount from you lending me the PS. And then I, as I generate also money, I have enough money to pay the rent, the electricity, and also have something for me. So that way we are all getting advantage. The guy is getting the money, so he's renting out. And I have to make sure also I do the repairs for his PS in case any damages, stick drift, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then as well, I don't have the expense of getting an asset, because I don't have to raise that 8K once. I have now the ability to rent it out while I still generate enough income to now buy my own asset. And it really worked, because now we have about 6 PS that's our assets now. I don't want to say my assets, it's ours as a business.
Okay.
How long has it been running?
It's been running from around, we started around 2022 late. So it's been running since then.
That's so good.
And we've even expanded even to other areas.
Yeah.
It's even going to other campuses, JKUAT, Karen, the areas there as well. So you see, it's advantageous also to everyone.
Now, of course, being a student, having a side hustle, you guys must be pretty busy. True or false? Yeah? So, which leads me to my next thought, actually. You know how nowadays, kuna mresha hapo anakudai Lewis, anasikia uko busy. Yeah? So, are we romanticizing being busy? Are we romanticizing being busy, honestly? Because now, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Sure. I'd say the hunger that comes with getting a business shouldn't interfere with also your day-to-day. That's what I'd say. It's true, people say that they're usually very busy with their businesses, but that shouldn't be the case. Because I don't think your side hustle should be there to support you, not take up all your time as well. So definitely, you should still have the hunger to want, but not the hunger that it consumes you, where you have to be there every single day. It shouldn't. That way, if you keep monitoring a business 24/7, you start noticing, oh my God, there's a downshift, oh, there's an upshift. That kind of stress puts a mental block on you. You find yourself, you can't even think past it. So definitely, it shouldn't affect your day-to-day.
Okay. And I'd just like to understand more about now the artistic side of Yvette's business. How long has it been running?
Some months or an year.
Some months or an year?
Yeah, okay. From the question that you asked, if it affects me being busy, the main point of me getting a side hustle is for me to get money to do and live my leisure life, without stressing my parents out. So it doesn't really affect me and take my life. And then I tell people that, no, I'm so busy, I'm working. No, I'm not working, I'm just painting to get money to come outside with you guys. Yeah, I think for me, I like it because it's basically my hobby. Yeah. Sometimes I even just do it because I love it, and then I get money for doing something that I love. Yeah. But for the others that I just jumpstart on them, it's they kind of get me busy because some of them are probably cooking. Like I could make corn dogs and then just sell them. That one will kind of get me busy, but probably at night. Yeah, I like working at night. So at night, I'm not really that busy.
Okay, I find your pick and art very interesting. Now, where did the whole ice cream sticks come from? Because you're the first person. Oh my God!
Right, I know.
Yeah, you're the first
when
person.
I heard of her business, I was like, "What do you
Have
mean?"
you seen it?
No.
Oh my God, they are fire. I wish we could Qejani.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll tell you guys.
Organize.
We'll put it there for you guys to see some of her stuff. Yeah. But anyway, tell me.
As I mentioned, I do product design.
Yeah.
So in school, we make so many projects, and wow, design is expensive. Design is expensive. Like for a project, I might have a project to make something like this. I'm definitely not going to get this wood to make it. Yeah. So I needed to find something cheaper. And those ice cream sticks are so like 4-pack. I think they're like 100 of them inside for 50 shillings. Yeah. So I got so many of them. I did my school project, and then they were still there, a lot of them, and I was like, why not?
Damn. That's how this thing came to life.
Yeah, it just came. It's not actually something that I just sat and I was like, I need money. Yeah. What should I do? I was just painting for fun. I was just bored, and
this isn't one of the businesses that you just hopped onto like the others. Like you're looking for money.
Like the thrifting business.
No.
So basically, this is passion.
Yeah, this is actually passion because I really love painting, especially outdoors. Okay. Yeah, so I just do it, and then I love the fact that I'm doing something that I love, and it's also bringing in money. Yeah, so that's nice.
Speaking of that, do you think money builds confidence? Like you have the confidence to, approach people,
Definitely.
Definitely.
It does?
Yeah, definitely.
Does, yeah. And maybe we can take it more to a personalized angle. Do you think money from your business, whatever you're doing right now, the ice cream thing and the PS thing, do you think the money that is coming in from something that is your own gives you a little bit more confidence than probably a 9-to-5 money? Yeah? Kindly elaborate more on this, kindly.
I'd say, yeah, definitely. It gives you that thrill and the passion to say, I can actually do this. You're not scared about, oh my God, what if I don't make it? But once you see that first transaction go through, and that's first message. I don't know if for any business out there or any business owner, once you get that first message of someone, your first customer, you never forget your first customer. And that's something that's uplifting as well. It gives you the confidence to even venture out. That's why we have a different business as well. It ventured out because of that thrill. If we did it once, we can do it again. So also it brings out a way you can also socialize with people. And also, even if the aspect of money, I wouldn't say it's a big factor, but it also just gives you the thrill to, I can do it. If we've done it before, why don't we do it again?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, I'd say.
Okay. What about you, Yvette?
Yeah. I think it's because it's something you're doing alone by yourself. You don't have a lot of pressure. Like, even if I don't think, do you have like a target for your job? Like, by this month I have to earn this amount.
For now, I don't think we put that. It's
Yeah.
too early. I don't want to put the pressure also on my team.
Yeah.
So I think targets is like, you have to hit this target. What we mainly do is maybe just give motivation to reach a certain point, not target. Let's say this month, let's make it a good month. Like, we reduce the amount of stuff, not like we have to reach this exact. So I'd say maybe it's a chill type of way. Money will come.
Something that is actually getting my attention. I've had it mostly with you, Lewis. I think for you, Yvette, it's more of a solo thing. You're doing it alone,
Yeah, it is.
right? But you've mentioned that you're working with friends, and we all know how friends can be when it comes to business and money. So how do you handle that? Because I know it can't be a walk in the park, definitely.
There is actually no manual for that, because I think I've broken off friendships through this business actually, because we contradict a lot with maybe my view of how you want to, customer is everything. A customer is someone who will refer you to people. A customer is always just going to give you money for their business. So how I majorly want things to be is, it has to be customer centric. Your customer is always right. That is a rule that I always admit, because that person is the one who's bringing you income. So I guess with friends, they don't maybe see it from that view. And that's why we've differed with some people. Some people started with us in the journey. Some people haven't in the journey. Some people wanted to incorporate other things which didn't really align with our business, which brought a bit of conflict as well. But I'd say working with friends, you need to have a certain maybe boundaries as well set. In as much as we're all friends, boundaries should be kept for sure.
Is it something you will advise guys who want to do the same thing, or rather young guys who are actually want to start? Is it something you can advise?
Yeah, actually, I would. If it's your group of friends, like guy friends or girl friends who are within a set of group, and you just say, keep it, business is business. Don't include mambos of friendship, mambos of love. No. Once it's business, it's business. Make it purely business. I'm telling you that business will run perfectly
You're
well.
saying don't mix business with pleasure.
Yes. Don't mix business with pleasure. Because now they'll start saying, I've been your longest friend. I need to at least get a bigger cut.
But then how do you guys work around, you don't have to give an exact figure, but like, how do you guys work around, now maybe at the end of the month, or maybe when you guys now need to pay each other a salary out of the business?
Okay.
How does it go?
So one thing I'd probably say is, everyone didn't come up with the same amount of shares. And
I get you.
so once we started off, not everyone contributed the same amount.
Okay.
There's some who contributed a lot, there's some who contributed a little. So what we agreed from the get-go, there was even a contract we drew up. I think I still have it in my room. It was an old piece of paper. We just got a piece of paper somewhere and we were like, that we just have to write this down. According to how much shares you put in, that's how much now you'll get your cut from. There's a certain percentage you agreed. Because even me, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't produce also a big amount as well, but I did do a substantial amount.
Okay.
So you see, there's a way we have to do it in terms of percentage for everyone. So as much of salaries, we do it in percentages. So we don't have someone who's doing every day there. So we just do it in terms of percentage. We sit down, we agree this is how much we've gotten from the business today or for the month. How are we going to split it? This way. Utilities, steamer, what PS needs repairs, everything. And everyone in their percentage gets the cut from that. So even from your percentage, you have to pay for also repairs. You have to pay also for tokens. You have to pay. You're not eating alone, because you don't have to say that he's making a bigger share, let him remove. No. It has to be equal to everyone. And if you want, we also agreed if maybe you feel like you want to invest more, you want to compound your amount, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
You can say, don't give me my money yet, compound it into my shares.
Okay.
So that way you can increase your shares,
Yeah.
and that way you still maintain the harmony of which everyone has to play their part also in the team as well.
Okay, so since you guys stay with us, I'd like to know how staying with us has impacted you in terms of running your business. Because did you start your business before or when you were staying with us?
While I was staying at Wade.
Okay, and for you?
I started it when I was here because I actually wasn't doing it for the money. And then one day a friend came into my room and then he was like, do you actually sell this? In my mind I was like, do I? I was like, yeah, I do.
Okay.
I need to sell this now.
So how has staying at Qejani impacted you in terms of actually, getting customers, marketing yourself out there? Can let guys know, like, are there any platforms that are within your property where you can market your business and put yourself out there?
Oh, so I'd say maybe when I started my business, Karen was coming up at the time. So it was a brand new property, and everyone was having the hype. Qejani is here. Qejani is the first one in Karen.
Karen, yeah.
So you see the hype now of everyone was coming to Qejani. So I remember just sitting one day in Bogani with my friends from Qejani, and then they were like, Manze, I wish we had a place where we could go for PS that wasn't as far. That you have to walk all the way to get to a certain place to play PS.
Yeah.
That mentality of people are like, iko mbali, sitaki kufika huko.
Kucheza game lakini.
Bana, hiyo thrill hata kama niko nayo, sitembei hadi sijui wapi kufika. And then it got me thinking, why wouldn't I just rent like PSs and just make it convenient to them, bring the business to them.
Okay.
So I just hit up a few of my friends and I was like, what if I was to rent you guys PS? Would you be down? And they were like, yeah, you bring. Of course, you have to confirm with management to make sure it's like legit and everything's okay.
Of course,
and ask them, is it okay if we can use the projector within the building? And then they said, of course, it's your amenities, you can use it. So you see, you have to go through them as well. And then they offered me the platform to use their projector. And that's how it started. And then you see them, they start telling their friends, oh, here's some letter PS, bring your friends. And then now one grew to now I need to bring 2 more PSs. 2 more PSs became now I need to bring 4 PSs. Now I was like, at this point, shouldn't I just open up a place where it's easier for them to just come
and
to one
chill
central,
and play.
while having now the thrill of playing as well.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Interesting. And you, but
Yeah. I like how Qejani we hold events like the one we had last week, I guess, for Valentine's. Sometimes you have some meet and greets. That's when I come and approach people and show them their works and also ask them what they would want me to paint for them. Then I just do it because it doesn't really take that long, 20 minutes max.
You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, the creativity. Hands on.
Okay. Now, I'd like to bring an interesting perspective as far as Qejani is concerned as a brand. And I think you guys are aware that we do have something called Skillshare, which is completely free for every student as long as you stay with Qejani. So just so that the audience can have a better understanding of what Skillshare is an online learning platform with over 30,000 online courses, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Over 30,000 courses. And this is completely free for you as a Qejani resident. Now, you could look up how much it's going to cost you to pay for Skillshare if you're not a resident. But just for you to have an understanding of how big of an advantage having Skillshare in Qejani is. So I don't know if anyone has used Skillshare.
No.
You haven't used Skillshare yet? You should.
I dabbled here and there.
For schoolwork or just passion?
By passion, for sure.
Yeah, because it has a lot of things. It has a lot of things.
Yeah.
Actually. Personally, I've used Skillshare. Yeah, I've used Skillshare, and I actually learned how to play the piano
On Skillshare. Really?
Yeah.
For me, I used it for photography. Yeah, a few photography classes.
It even has accounting.
Yeah, it has so much.
Okay.
You can learn a lot. Even in terms of even managing your business, you can maybe check up a few like courses, and it's really gonna help you scale up and also learn the ropes
online.
Yeah.
So is it somewhere I have to go to the desk, or is there a way I can access it?
No, you have to go to the desk.
Only they
You have to go
access you.
to the management desk. Once you're there, they'll take your email address, your name, and your tenant ID. Once we have that information, then just give us a few days. We'll incorporate you into the system, and you'll receive a text message or an email letting you know that you are now registered on Skillshare, and you can go ahead and utilize Skillshare.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you take up more than one course?
Yeah, you can even take
Definitely.
up 10.
Definitely.
There's no limit.
Definitely.
Do you think everyone needs a side hustle? As long as you're in uni, do you think?
Yes.
Do you think it's important?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Giving, well, people just think having a side hustle is all about the money. But if you think like closely with being with a business, it teaches you a lot more things. It teaches you how to handle money. That's a very important thing, especially at a young age.
Okay.
Teaches you not to oversplurge on things. Even me, a while back before I started even, I'd just be to the supermarket and I'd be like, let me just pick this, But once you get a business and you learn how to handle money, you'll be like, spaghetti is 364, but there's a cheaper one, Santa Maria. Kuna offer. Kuna times the offer, bana. So I guess it teaches you a lot on how to handle money and how to handle people as well. Because I believe I've been more interactive with people and how to even understand them, even when they come to you with an issue or when they come to with you and address it. Because they'll say, manze lewi pad inanisumbua. You have to listen to them and understand, hey, I need to take this part to be repaired, and even to make sure that the experience is good. Because how they rate your experience with your business is how they'll portray it to other people as well.
Yeah.
So I guess my networking has been improved so much entirely when I started my business. It's even included me even how to interact with people in Qejani.
Okay.
How I've been able to even interact with my friends. I've even realized this basketball, they come and then they'll tell you, let me come chase a game. And see, you told me you play basketball, kuja uingie, we need an extra player. You see, it creates a way for you to interact even without you even knowing. Because how you learn to interact with people, your customers, is how you will interact with people on a day-to-day as well. Sorry. So yeah, definitely it should be.
Probably as we wind up, I'll give everyone a chance. How the community, the friendships, the networks, the social setting in Qejani has assisted you in a way that you can't find this sort of community somewhere else,
Oh, that's a broad question. But I don't even think I can find the words to put it in a way how community.
But I've made sense. I hope I've made sense.
Yes, you have actually.
Okay.
Because I believe communities is such a big part, especially when in most hostels around us, they just focus on you, your area, you, once you're done, go to school, come back. Like no one's checking in on you.
Yeah.
But the aspect of community living is such a big part because you see, in Qejani, you're cooking together.
Yeah.
You're sleeping in the same areas, sharing the same amenities as well. It creates a way where you still have to interact, whether not necessarily forcefully, but it gives you an avenue where you definitely have to interact.
Yeah.
And definitely, I think it's played a big role because I've interacted with so many people I didn't even think I'd interact.
Yeah.
I met different business partners that way. I was just walking through, like we were from the court and then we were just chilling and then someone came by and said, Lewis, can I get a PS today? And I'm like, you do a PS business? Can I invest?
Oh, wow.
In such a random estate. It was a random Thursday.
Yeah.
And he ended up being a big contributor as well to the business. So I definitely do think being in community, also as well, the meet and greets, you'll find, we're being told, hi, Lewis, like the management will say, hi, we want to do a tournament. And I've been told, you have a business.
Yeah.
Can you come and help us as well with engaging students as well? So definitely being in the community and having people know that you can deliver plays definitely a big role.
Okay. Interesting. How about you, Yvette?
Yeah, definitely. Even including this podcast. Because that day I was just like working on my projects.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like working on my projects around here because I needed a free space. I just needed my mind to be out in the open for the creativity. Yeah, community definitely works a lot on it. Yeah.
Okay. And Probably the last one. I know we cannot really exhaust this topic because hustling is a daily thing. We're all on the grind.
we're all hustling.
We're all on the grind.
Yeah.
Do you think and do you feel that apart from the amenity that we offer at Qejani, the community, the networking opportunities, the long-term effect of you having to be in such a community when you're in campus, can you put a value to that?
I think I can.
Hey, you can't.
I don't think you can put a value to that.
Yeah.
I don't think you can put a value to that. But I'd like you to explain that in your own words as we wind up, because this is probably us finishing up right now. Yeah.
I don't think you can even quantify the level of how community is such a big thing, especially even in Qejani. Because you don't get that type of, especially, with people in campus, people don't interact as much. People are like, hey, I'm done with school, let me just, I'm done with classes, see you next week. You see? And you see, you're given a setting where you have meet and greets, you have tournaments, it's a way where you guys have a community. And I have friends even who've checked out still, and we still have that bond together, where they'll just check up on you and be like, yo, when you're good. So you see that community living has created a sense of bond. Regardless, even if you move out, even if you're still within the property, there's that bond you guys will always have. Even as you walk around, even as you meet in school, you'll be like, Wagwanji. Then someone will ask you, how do you know him? He's my friend. We stay in the same area. Is that
sense of
feeling
belonging.
Belonging, exactly. Where you feel like I know this person because we stay in the same area. I have a home. And people say home is a building, but really home is community, the people.
Yeah.
So definitely you can't quantify that. You can't even replicate that. It's just something that happens. And you can't just replicate it. And that's why I feel Qejani nailed it on that spot, where community was the first priority and how you replicate and how you guys interact with each other.
Yeah, I love that. I know. Especially considering you're a corporate.
Exactly.
You've understood exactly how community has even helped you put yourself out there and be outstanding and represent your whole current community. So that's a very big thing.
Yeah, I like how Qejani really makes it interactive for us. Before I came here, I used to stay at Parklands, but not really go to Qejani. And that place was just focused on, you're here, you have a bed, you eat, you sleep.
Go to school.
All right. Cool bed. Yeah, good enough for you. But here they really make us like the meet and greet. It was actually the first time I heard that people are supposed to come here and just like meet and greet and know new people. And I was like, oh wow. Because I'm not, I think I don't know if I am a social person, but I'm also not, like, I won't just put myself out there and say, hi, I need to make a new friend. Yeah, but I need that platform for me now to come and decide and meet new people. Yeah.
Okay, so as we wrap up, we have gifts for our guests.
Really?
So you guys can check behind here. We have something small for you there.
Oh.
Yeah. So you guys can enjoy.
Imagine I was also checking.
You wish that
Too
was
bad, too bad.
you, huh? You wish that was you, huh?
So thank you guys for coming, and
Thank
thank
you
you
so
for
much.
being awesome in running your businesses and as well as being outstanding. And we're so grateful that Qejani has made you who you are and what Qejani is also going to make you be in future.
Yeah.
So thank you so guys. Bye-bye.
See you next time.